Good afternoon, Mama. Eh? My daughter. What a surprise visit, Adam. Where is my grandson, Osita? She asked. Mama Osita sat down in the living room, crying her heart out, confused and doesn't know where to start from or whom to run to. The king's men as well were not helping issues. She later got up and locked the door. She went into the room to check her son Osita, but Osita was far asleep. She went back to the living room, just in a very big thought, worried. Little did she know that her brother-in-law, okay, would keep to his words by coming back to their house. As she was in deep thought, she heard a hard knock at the door. She turned and gently tiptoed towards the window. What she saw made her jaw drop. She whispered to herself, okay, so okay really meant all he said. I can't believe my eyes. Immediately, panic gripped her. Oh my God, oh my God, what will I do? God, please help me. Osita, my son, is fast asleep. What if this man succeeded in breaking down the door and take advantage of me? She thought to herself. The knock at the door continued. Where is this foolish woman? Will you open the door right now? Don't push me to break down the door. Otherwise, you would not like the other part of me. Okay warned Mama Osita. But at this point, Mama Osita was helpless. She was in between opening the door when Osita woke up, calling, Mama, Mama, what is going on? Who was that person knocking at the door? Osita asked her mother. Her mother quickly rushed, using her hands to block Osita's mouth to avoid Mr. OK from hearing their voices. But after a while, Mr. OK left the house and went back home. Mama Osita checked to make sure no one was there. Immediately, she realized that OK has left. She felt relieved at that moment. The next morning, very early in the morning, Mama Osita took Osita to her best friend's house with few of their clothes. When her friend Nene saw her, she was surprised at first. Mama Osita, what happened? This one you are looking so worried, with a swollen eyes, she asked. Mama Osita burst into tears. Is my brother-in-law? Is okay, oh. Okay had not given I and my son peace of mind since Papa Osita died. She explained. But how do you mean? Peace of mind? Like what are you talking about? Her friend asked, feeling so worried and concerned. Nene quickly told Osita to go outside and play with other children. She went closer to her friend, Mama Osita, and held her hand. And she asked, Nnem, what were you trying to explain? She asked. Since before the death of Papa Osita, Mama Osita began, Okay have vowed that I will not enjoy my marriage. The very first day Papa Osita brought me to his family to introduce me as the woman he wants to marry. While I was sitting in the midst of his father and mother and his brother, he was there making passes at me. Even almost every day while coming back from the market, he would stop me on the way, telling me how much he loved me, that I should give him a chance to prove his love to me. And I told him to please stop, that he's my husband's elder brother. But he refused. He said he will never rest until I become his wife, that no matter what it will take. She explained. But whom did you tell when all this was going on? Did you tell your husband before his death? Yes, I did. But initially, because I didn't want to cause any problem between the two brothers. But when I saw how he was going about it and how deep his threat towards me, especially to Papa Osita, when he was still alive, was so disturbing and alarming, she said. So what did your husband did about that after you told him? Her friend Nene asked. Well, he tried to go confront his brother, but I begged him not to go, that he doesn't want the trouble. And because I was so scared, because they had a very serious argument after my brother-in-law, threatened his brother, Papa Osita. Mama Osita explained, my friend, but you made a very big mistake. You and your husband would have reported him to the kinsmen or even to the Igwe. And you too, you should have told your parents, your mother at least, Nene said. Mama Osita burst into tears. I was just trying to save my husband and my marriage. I don't know that this man, could go as far as taking Papa Osita's life. She sobbed. It's all right, my dear. The deed has been done. We just have to find a way to stop him from dragging you into marrying him. But you can stay here while we make the plan. Nene, her friend, consoled her. Back to Oke kept on tripping to Mama Osita's hut to fulfill his words, but he later found out that Mama Osita had not been sleeping at home. One evening, he sat outside his hut wondering, where would this woman had gone to? Who does she know in this village? If she likes, let her keep running. I must surely get her. She is mine and mine forever. I didn't just end Papa Osita, my brother's life, for nothing. I must get her to marry me. She must be the mother to all my children, whether she likes it or not, he said. Few days later, Mama Osita and her best friend Nene traveled down to her home village to visit her parents. When they got there, her mother was surprised to see her. Good afternoon, Mama. My daughter, what a surprise visit, Adam. Where is my grandson, Osita? She asked. Mama, I left him in my friend's house, Nene. Good afternoon, Ma. Nene greeted her friend's mother. Oh, Nene Nwam. Sorry, name. Good afternoon. I was just busy asking after my grandson. This one you and your friend came to pay us surprise visit today, she asked. Mama, it's a matter of urgency. Urgency? Mama exclaimed. Hope there is no problem. Oh, no wonder my grandson is not here. Please, what has happened to my grandson, Osita? She asked, looking so worried and concerned. Mama, calm down. Osita, your grandson, is fine. He's in my house. We thought it would be better to leave him behind so that we can come to see you and Papa, as there is something very important your daughter, Mama Osita, wants to tell you, she explained. All right, if you say so. Yes, Mama. So they all sat down and Mama Osita began. She told her mother and her father everything she has been through and how her brother-in-law had been disturbing her since before her husband passed, and now that he's no more, Oke has never let her know peace. He said he would do anything to make me his wife. Mama, she cried. No, that can never happen. Not when I am alive, her father said. My own Ada, my only daughter. How dare him? Makagini, her mother shouted angrily. Wait for me, I'm coming. Let me quickly dress. We can't wait for tomorrow. Doesn't he have a bit of conscience? He knew you are mourning your husband and is there disturbing you. For what? Wait for me, I'm coming, she said. After a while, they all traveled down to Obobo village. On getting to Mama Osita's hut, there comes Oke, her brother-in-law. Immediately, he set his eyes on Mama Osita. He laughed so loud, ha 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 ha. Agaracha must come back, he said. I know you would come back. You have no place to run to. I told you that you are mine and mine forever. He was saying it, not realizing that she has some people around her. But he later paused. Wait a minute. Mama Osita, who are these people with you? He asked. Oh, okay. So you didn't recognize your in-laws again. We are now too small for you to know. Okwe? Eh? Okay. Since you are pretending not to know us, I am the mother to Mama Osita, and this is her father, and Nene is her best friend. From this Obobo village, she said. Now I can see with all you have been saying. So it is true that you want to force my daughter to marry you, right? You see, I am here to dispute that my daughter cannot get married to a wicked man like you. Have women finished in this Obobo village and the neighboring village? Eh? Okay. Have they finished? Why have you been frustrating my daughter? You ended up taking her husband away from her. Now you want to have her. For what? You want to have her to yourself. Are you really serious? Are you all right? Mama Osita's father said. Ha, okay, you are her parents. That is when it is more sweeter. Now that you both are here, it will make things easier for me. Okay said, Sir, Ma. You see, Mama Osita, she rightly belonged to me as the traditional demands. Everything that concerns her and all the properties of her late husband all belongs to me. There is no two ways about it. Oh, is that what you have to say? All right, but I want to let you know that I have come to take my daughter. I didn't hand my daughter to you in marriage. What she came for in this marriage or in this family has ended, and I don't think you have the right to keep her here. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. Mama Osita's father said, that can never happen. You will never take Mama Osita and Osita out of this compound. They are all mine. I have finished saying what I will say. Okay said. Where is your kinsman or any elder in this family? Papa, I know them. I will take you and Mama to see them. That same day, they went to see the kinsmen and the discussion began. After greetings, Mama Osita's father introduced himself. One of the elder looked at Mama Osita. Mama Osita, where have you been? Your brother-in-law, okay, came to report to us that you haven't been sleeping at home with your son Osita. He asked. Oh, that was the reason why we are here. Mama Osita's father, Mr. Ago, replied. Please, I would like to know, when did the village of Obobo started the tradition of forcing their daughter-in-law into marrying their late husband's brother? All the elders' mouths went wide open and surprised. Then one of the elder spoke up. Mr. Ago, who told you we have such tradition here in Obobo village? We have never practiced such abominable tradition. It is left for the wife to decide if she had to remain in the family after mourning her husband. Some widows in Obobo village, especially the younger ones without children or one child, have always choose to go back to their parents' house, while some choose to remain and some decide to marry their brother-in-law by choice, not by forcing them or by tradition, the elder explained. But who told you that it was our tradition? The elder asked. My daughter told me that a day after the burial of her husband, Oke and two elders came to tell her that by the tradition of the village of Obobo, that she must get married to her brother-in-law, Oke. But she said she refused, and the elder kept on convincing her that whatever Oke tells her to do, that she must do it. Mama Osita's father, Mr. Agu, explained. What abomination! Alo, Mama Osita, is that true? The elder asked. Yes, sir, it was, Mama Osita replied. Even before Papa Osita dismissal, Oke elder brother had never given me peace of mind. He kept on persuading me to leave my husband, to marry him, that is in love with me. All the elders turned and looked at themselves in surprise. He even went as far as threatening Papa Osita before he died that he was going to deal with him. He warned him a day before he went to tap palm wine on our farm that he shouldn't step his foot there, that if he does, that he was going to deal with him. Not long Papa Osita left the house, the news got to me that he fell from the palm tree but didn't survive it. She broke down and cried bitterly. Her mother consoled her and her friend Nene. Mama Osita, you mean all this happened to you and you never thought of reporting to one of the family elders or even tell your parents before now, eh? The elder asked. You see, it is very important to always speak up. Speak up. Don't imagine all will be well. That was why Oke went as far as dealing with you and your husband this way. Chai, what a sad news. They couldn't wait any further. They sent someone to call Oke. As Oke got there, as if he already know what happened, he bowed his head. Good evening, my elders. Good evening, Oke. We received a very serious and delicate complaint about you. Can you explain to us what was the problem you had with your sister-in-law, Mama Osita, and your late brother? The elder said. Ha, I don't understand what you want me to explain. Did she say I had any issue with her and my late brother? He asked. Who are you asking that question, okay? The elder asked. Do you think we called you here for a joke? What did you do to your brother, Papa Osita? And you are here responding with questions. Eh? Inapuara, he asked in his dialect. Oke looked around and saw that they were all serious. But my elders, you know she's a woman. Women can come out at any time to say anything because they don't like you, he said. Okay, I want to ask you, when did Obobo village placed it as a law that you, okay, had to marry your late brother's wife? And who was the elder that went with you to Mama Osita's house? The elder asked Oke. Oke now understand that it was not a joke. Each time he tried to talk, his stammers and words failed him. So, Oke, you can't talk again, the elder asked. You this evil man, you said you were going to deal with my husband, Papa Osita, and now you have succeeded. You still didn't give up. Every night you keep hitting my door, trying to force yourself into my hut. You collected all my husband's farmland, claiming that I belong to you. I am my innocent son, Osita cried and begged you, but you refused. You still brought your kinsmen to force me into marrying you. Just only 2 days, 2 days, your brother was buried. Okay, tell me, what have I ever done to you to deserve all this your wickedness? Mama Osita wept. Her mother got up. You succeeded in destroying her home. But you know what? You can never have her. Never. You fool. Your age mates are all married with grandchildren. You are here fighting to take your brother's wife. You foolish man. You can never have her, she said angrily. Okay, you have to provide the elders you took to Mama Osita's house, and you are going to be swearing to an oath to prove yourself innocent, that your hands are clean, and if you are guilty, you will be banished from this village. You will be banished from this village. You will no longer be part of us, the elders explained. No, my elders, I can't swear to anything, and I don't need to prove any innocence. I didn't do it. I wasn't responsible to what happened to my late brother. Yes, we had an argument, but I never did something bad to him. Please, my elders, don't take me to swear an oath. I am a Christian. My faith doesn't accept such thing. Hey, see who is a Christian? Mama Osita laughed. He begged, okay, I have finished saying what I will say. Get ready for the oath swearing tomorrow evening. The elder instructed. Mr. Ago, please, we the elders were not aware of all that transpired between Oke and his sister-in-law, our wife. We are very sorry for all what this must have cost to your family and your daughter. We the king's men will surely look into it and find out the truth. And also, your daughter Mama Osita is free to remarry to any man she chooses to marry. There is no tradition against that, but the only thing is that she has to finish mourning her husband before leaving. Then, as for Oke, our son, he will face any consequences if the gods find him guilty. The kinsmen explained and apologized to Mr. Ago. Mama Osita's father and mother, they later went back home to wait for the next day to come. Later the next morning, the time for the swearing of the oaths, the village gathered, but strangely, Oke wasn't there. The elders sent the youths to go call Oke. On getting to his house, they found out that his door was still locked. They called his name several times, but there was no response. They went round at the backyard. One of the men looked up and screamed, "Look at him there! Look at him there! On top of the mango tree! Chineke mo aro!" They screamed. They screamed so loud. They saw him hang himself on the tree, but unfortunately they lost him. He was far gone, and they had to bring him down and called the king's men. A sacrifice was later performed, and the Dibia, that is, the native doctor, told them that he was responsible for his brother's death and couldn't stand the shame to swear and the disgrace he would face throughout the whole village. But nevertheless, his corpse now belongs to the gods. He has to be thrown into the evil forest, and everything that belongs to him, the gods have spoken. Everyone was surprised. Gossips all over the places. Mama Osita cried and said, "At last, God has answered my prayer. He has fought my battle." And she wept. Her parents and her friend Nene took her back to the hut. After 2 days, she traveled back with her parents and her son Osita. My thought about this story is that we should learn to speak out whenever we feel unsafe. Don't be afraid to speak out. Look for someone that you can confide in. Tell them what it is that is troubling you. It will help save a lot in life. Mama Osita tried to protect her marriage and the two brothers' relationship, but it never ended well. Thank you so much for watching this story. Please drop in the comment section your thoughts about this story. Please give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share to your loved ones and family. Stay blessed and see you in the next one. Bye.